board, and they were, airing their frustrations around a school in Roodepoort, TTA, I believe, where it's like a tutor center that is doubling up as a school. Turns out that none of the matriculants are registered to write matric. Not only have they reached the date in which they should have registered by. That date has come and gone. We had the education department on here. I know Newsroom, Michelle Craig also picked up on that story. Sowetan is also going to pick up on it. They're also running a story. And you know what it is? It's always a small thing. Like it's one school that kind of sparks a flame and then brings attention to the fact that they are fraudulent institutions in Johannesburg. Unregistered schools. And it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you money, but most importantly, just the psychological effect it has on your child when they realize 5 years down the line that the past 5 years of schooling has been null and void because you, as a parent, took them to a school that's not registered. Naturally, this voice notes came in and everybody, was, the school there, the school there, the school there. That's the nature of the conversation. And as we always say, the show belongs to you, Johannesburg. This is your platform to air out any grievances you may have with something where also you feel like you're being faced with power that you are now not strong enough.
Yeah, you feel powerless in a situation.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we would like to be very fair on the show, and there was a voice note that came in, and someone asked for a right of reply.
When you finish with Elise, there is a Loamie. The school is called Diarod in Germiston. She is the same.
So now when you say she is the same, the principal of Diarod Preschool, it would then mean, because what we were talking about was unregistered schools, it would then mean that Diarod Preschool is unregistered with the education department.
That's what you're implying,
That's what you're implying, right? We got an email from Loamie van Wyk, who is the principal of Diarod Preschool, and she was like, no, that is absolutely incorrect. We are registered. And I said, babe, the show is also yours. As much as it's the person who sent the voice note, the show is also yours. So are you willing to come on air and come and tell us exactly what's going on at Diarod Preschool? There she is on the line, Loamie van Wyk. Good morning. Welcome to Anele and The Club, Loamie.
Good morning, Anele. Welcome, Club.
Morning.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Tell us what's going on there. Why would somebody send a voice note saying that?
Well, this caller's animosity towards me personally is noticeable. So I think like in every other community or any other job, I think she has a personal issue with me. And she decided, unfortunately, to use this on your platform. And I mean, it was a very serious topic you discussed yesterday.
It is.
But yes, I would really like to just set the record straight.
You are registered.
That and we've been operating since 1975.
Oh, wow,
that's
big.
Yeah, in fact, this year is our 50th celebration. So,
there we go. Happy 50 years. Happy 50 years.
Yes, so we are very proud. And yes, we are registered by the department. We've actually had the department visit us in January already, and we got a thumbs up, tick. We are 100%. So really, I was flabbergasted with this voice message, and I was hoping that if it's a grievance against me, she must please just follow procedures and protocol and contact me and we can sort it out.
What are the procedures and protocols when parents do have a grievance with something that's happening at the school?
Yeah, well, we have a policy in place where firstly, it depends on the issue, I suppose, but usually they go straight to the teacher. If it's something that the teacher can't help with, they will send the email to me, or they can make an appointment with me. And if it's an issue that they have with me, they can go to the governing body, because we are a non-profit organization. We have a company that's members of a company that runs the school. So that's also an option, but nothing like that was done. So it's a bit concerning.
Loamie, I just want to ask, so Diarod, right? Is it a preschool, only?
Yeah, we are a
normal
pre-primary.
preschool.
We're called Darod pre-primary. We have from babies to grade R.
Okay.
And yes,
Get the kids ready for school.
So therefore, you
Get them ready
registered.
for school.
You had 50 years. So the issue of not being registered, are all your teachers registered? Because I think that's something else that also came up. Are all your teachers registered?
yeah, our teachers are
Wonderful.
all qualified and registered. You cannot register your nursery school or your preschool unless you give all the information of all your teachers, their qualifications, they go on their, that check that the police station to make sure they don't have a record or anything like that. So yes, that's all above board. You cannot register your school if you don't go through all that process.
No, then it's not
and it's a major process.
Yeah, I don't think it's a legal thing. I think it's then more a thing about your internal processes. I think you're going to have to call the parents and just, talk to them. Maybe they don't like the way you handle things. Maybe it's the sensitivity things. Because obviously I also then did my research after you and me were emailing each other.
Yeah.
And I just found it to be, it's grievances where you handle certain grievances around teachers. I'm not going to mention which teacher, but there's a teacher that looks after the 3-year-olds. There were a lot of emails around her and how she handles and her sensitivity towards the kids. There was a way in which a fatality was handled in your school where you guys, you communicated to the kids that somebody in the teaching staff had passed away, the way it was communicated. So I don't think it's a legal thing. There's just sensitivity things. I think people may find, just the way things are handled to be not sensitive towards the age it's with and how it's handled. But that's all internal.
Yeah.
That's all you.
But that's what I'm
you guys
saying.
need to sort that out.
This is not the forum to do it on because thousands of people are listening to it.
Yeah.
They don't know the internal issues.
Yeah.
They just hear that, oh, goodness, this school's also not registered because that's what it was all about.
That's it.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think it was very unfair to do it that way.
No.
Got you.
Follow the right procedures and we will get to, you don't have to speak to me if you don't like me.
Just speak
But
to
if
the
you
board.
didn't like the way I handled it, speak to the board.
That's it.
Okay.
You have a board.
Thank you, Loamie.
There we go. Thank you so much. She's the principal of, is it Darod?
Yeah, Darod.
Darod Preschool, Loamie van Wyk. Just coming on to say, guys, we're registered, eh?
We're registered. Our teachers are
as
registered.
far as
Everything is
if
above board.
If you don't like things that the way that we do things, come and talk to us.
Yeah.
But as far as being legal, which is the topic that was at hand yesterday, as far as being legal and registered and, not finding that 5 years down the line, your kid is 5 years behind, we're above board.
Anele and The Club
on 947.